Hey, what's happening, Patreon? It's way overdue for an update on me. I've just been kind of sick in bed and kind of getting back into it now a little bit. I'm still gonna be taking it easy, but today I am gonna teach a lesson and go to a meeting and make this video for you guys. So, and then I got another lesson tomorrow, and then I got some time. I got a couple days off to rest again. So, I think I'm in good shape. I've been taking real good care of myself. If you didn't see the last updates, it's I had double pneumonia, which means that pneumonia got into both of my lungs. That's what double pneumonia means. I didn't know what double pneumonia was. I also didn't know what walking pneumonia was. So that's what I had. Back in November when I got sick on the West Coast tour, it was probably pneumonia. And then I went on a run of antibiotics and it got better, but I didn't rest. And then I got sick again and again and again. And then this time it ended up into full-blown pneumonia. So I still got it, but I'm getting way better. I've run a cycle of 2 antibiotics, a steroid, and I got this little inhaler that I hit a few times a day. Anyway, I got a B-flat harmonica today. I want to talk to you guys about just where I've been emotionally and go over some jazz blues stuff. I've been a little bit concerned for some of my more advanced students that they might be getting bored of the Free Fridays, because a lot of the Free Fridays lately have been pretty basic and beginner oriented, and that is something that I worry about. Now, at the same time, I think that it's really important to look back at basic stuff, no matter how good we are. When I'm teaching, and I'm teaching like really, really fundamental stuff like root notes and major triads and stuff, I'm always having little revelations about why I should be studying that stuff more. Additionally, things just like thinking about a lick and how to replay a lick in different ways is really, really important stuff. So on one hand, I'm conflicted. On the other hand, I'm confident. But, you know, I thought today making a video for Patreon that shows a little bit of what I'm going through musically right now, what I've been going through the last 4 or 5 years with arpeggios and particularly with this jazz blues might be beneficial. So some of my guys, S-Med and Benny Bostrom and stuff, and I would love it if you guys would send me some videos of you playing this same stuff, either on chromatic or diatonic. I'd be interested to see it, especially on diatonic, but I know, Benny, that you're playing a lot on chromatic. I've been trying to get a little bit more involved in the chat on Patreon, which has not been much. It's sometimes just overwhelming with the Facebook and the email and the Instagram and the TikTok and the YouTube and all of it, the regular text messages to get back to everybody. My first part of this time getting sick, I spent a lot of time watching dumb stuff on the computer and on television, and kind of some, like, you know, it was fun but negative stuff, scary movies and stuff like that. And now I've been trying to put better material into my brain. So I've been reading out of an inspirational book that I like. I won't say which one. Some of you know. And listening to better stuff and trying to step up my game. and that's been working for me. Also, the other thing I've been trying to do is help other people, particularly folks that are trying to change the way that they partake in drugs and alcohol, and the people that are early in that process of doing that. So I got a couple of friends right now that are struggling that I'm working with, and by working with, I mean listening to, occasionally making suggestions, trying to be supportive no matter what route they take. Anyway, I got a B flat harmonica. This morning I've been working on Autumn Leaves. I'm trying to, it just lays out really well in fourth position. And it does it, but I seem to be able to solo better in third. And Benny and S Mad, I'm not sure if that Philippe, if you're watching, do I play it better in third just because I'm used to third, or does it sound better in third? You tell me. I don't know. I need a lesson. Philippe, I think I'm ready. If you're watching, I'm ready. I'm ready for another lesson. I wrote you on Teams. Oh, Skype went away, so I'm on Teams now. So download Teams. If you're one of my students, regular students, download Teams. Shout out to all of my students that have been so patient. Okay, those of you that have written me looking for lessons, and I haven't gotten back to you, and I told you to write me over and over and over again, and you do, write me again. Write me again. I'm more interested in doing something now. Right now I am. I've had some downtime. I have some off time. This is a good time. June's going to get crazy, but I can squeeze in a couple of you guys. Let's do it. All right, here we go. Let's see, blues, jazz, and F. So first I'm just going to start off with some quarter note arpeggios. Now there's a lesson there on this exact thing, and I'll link it below. And some of the lesson has wrong information. like a lot of my stuff, but it gets the job done, and I probably will transmit some wrong information here. But anyway, it's funny because a lot of the people that know a lot of this stuff about the harmonica, you see some of these guys that write this amazing stuff, and you read it and you realize it makes complete and perfect sense, and everything they're saying is completely true. And then you go and you listen to them play, and you're like, what happened, right? So that's sometimes true, that people that know can't necessarily do. Now, that doesn't mean that you should dismiss, though, what they're saying, right? But at the same time, right, we got to get into this thing and we got to play it. So you got to strike that balance between just jamming and feeling it, and also really learning about what it is that's happening in the music. And this is true whether it's jazz blues or rock or anything. It doesn't matter. It's a really, really delicate balance. I see the same thing with pedals and pedal boards in gear and people buying gear. Sometimes you see these amazing pedal boards and these amazing rigs, and you think, oh my God, I wonder what that sounds like. And then you go to the video and it just sounds terrible. right? And you're like, what? Well, what happened, right? It's like, so some people are really good at hooking things up so they look pretty, but then can't actually do it. And it's just such a crazy balance to try to strike. All right, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to warm up with just I have a backing track, but I'm not going to use it. So I'm just going to warm up with some 6-note arpeggios of the jazz blues. I still got autumn leaves in my head. All right, so let's see. Quarter notes. Ah. Okay, not very good. Pretty good. I mean, it sounded okay coming out, but to me, I didn't feel good. So I'm gonna try now, kind of same thing, but I'm gonna try to step it up a little and maybe walk some of the arpeggios down. And I'm just going from roots. I'm just really out of practice from not playing for like 11 days. Okay, so now I got to go back to simple. Man, terrible, Jason. See, now that's that language. See how I'm talking to myself? No go. Just need to work at it. Okay, that was going better. That was going better, right? Okay, so that's a little arpeggio warm-up. And I might do that for a little while. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to run through this jazz blues thing here. And I'm not really warmed up, but sort of. And I'm just going to try to keep it simple at first. It's usually when I do my best playing. So I'm not necessarily going to just stick to root notes, but I'm going to try to stick to just a couple of notes or one or two notes per chord that are in the chord. Okay, so it might be a root, it might be something else. Let's see what I can do. I could just try running the arpeggios first. I'll do that. Then I'll stick to one or two notes per chord. So run the arpeggios with the music. Try again. So now I'll just play like a blues scale. Yeah, so I'm pretty out of practice. This is where I want to go. This is like in my back of my mind. I'm thinking, just like let's try to do it like just a real simple blues thing over this. I like that. This is working out. I like this. So anyway, I just took a lick, like, 4 draw, 5 blow, 6 blow. And then that was a lick, and then I just tried to use like one note from each chord to go with the changes. So for one, I was kind of thinking about either the root, 6 blow, or 7 draw, the major third. And then for the 4, I was kind of hitting either the root or the 7 of 4, which is the 6 overblow. So for 1, 4, and then 1, and then 5, 6 draw. Root there for the raised 4, back to the 6 overblow. F7, a little 5 draw, and then I could hit a 5 blow there for the 6, hit the root of 6, then back to 2 for G minor, C7. So that was working out a lot better for me in terms of me like kind of playing with my own style over this and like learning it better. Let me try more of that. I'll do some more low octave stuff for the non overblows. C7, that's the... where is that? Yeah, it's just... So just the third position arpeggio. I'll be right back. I got a visit from Vestaire. He came up and just decided to be with me. Oh, now he's going. He doesn't like the camera. Well, he does. He just doesn't like when I want him to like the camera. That's what it is. All right. Anyway, this is... sometimes I do better without the music, especially if I can set the pace, right, myself. When I was first learning to overblow and play chromatically, just over blues, there was something I did a lot more of than I'm doing now. And the reason I'm doing less of it now is because I got into arpeggiating. And but now I'm thinking I need to get back into this other thing. And Philippe had sent me a message, and I think he was sort of alluding to this. And he might not know that I already kind of had gotten into it once, but I need to get back into it again. So, and it's treating each chord like a key change. So instead of just looking at the notes that are in the chord, look at the whole chord as a key. So take a lick like, and then move it to 4. So anyway, like I would in the beginning, I would do it with blues, right? Like just a minor pentatonic scale. 1, 4, 5. And I did that a lot. If you listen to like my solo on The Way I Hurt Myself, when I used to do that in C minor, because now I think it's in D minor, so I can't use an F harmonica, which was way better than in second position than using a G harmonica for me. I used to do that a lot. I think I need to get back into that. Anyway, a little bit. Just get into it a little bit. Don't lose sight of the arpeggios. Anyway, preview, Free Friday this week. I found the toy that somebody... remember from 2 weeks ago, the toy that was on the Free Friday video that I drew the picture of the toy, right? I actually found the real toy. Somebody sent me a link to it on eBay, and I ordered it, and it came, and I made a video using the real toy. That's this Free Friday. That's tomorrow, or tonight, really, tonight at midnight in like 9 hours. It's going to be up there. Anyway, gosh, this is probably the most discombobulated Patreon update vlog, the least profound, right? My brain is in a fog. That's one of the things, if you don't know, pneumonia does that. It just kind of makes you not as smart. That's what's been happening to me. I just haven't been that smart. I'm trying to stay off of scrolling through Facebook right now. It's a mess. It's a mess, and people are really angry. And I understand why they're angry. And I've been seeing it like firsthand stuff that has happened. And it's the stuff that's affecting me directly. One of the reasons I moved to New Orleans was for this thing, the Musicians Clinic. And it was a clinic that was run for the past 40 years here in New Orleans that treated musicians that didn't have health insurance, and which was like almost all of us. So when I had the tumor behind my eye, that's what this little scar is right there. For those of you that weren't here, right, there's a little scar right there. They had to cut my head open and drill a hole in my skull and go behind my eye and pull out this tumor that was, bigger than a marble. It was like half the size of a golf ball. And I lost some sight in my eye. It never came back, and I would have lost a lot more. I would have lost all the sight in my eye if it hadn't have been for that. That the Musicians Clinic is gone, right? It was one of the programs that had its funding cut. That's insane, right? 40 years of that gone. So I now no longer have any health insurance. My Medicaid, I make too much to get Medicaid, and I don't make enough to afford my own health insurance. So I'm completely without that. So we had to pay for the doctor's visits here, and it wasn't that bad, but it was enough, and pay full price for all of the medicine, and yeah, it's out of control right now. So there's a lot of stuff that's happening directly. The NPR, National Public Radio. Public radio is the whole reason why I got into this, and it's a huge part of what kept me informed and how I learned about musicians and how I learned about blues musicians that were coming to town. So I was able to make decisions to go see those guys, and had life-changing experiences that wouldn't have happened without public radio. And now public radio is getting cut. Of course, there'll still be listener-supported radio, college radio, and that kind of thing. But a lot of the colleges are getting funding from the federal government, and they're losing their radio stations. So it's just directly affecting me in everything I do. It has nothing to do with my opinion on politics, although the current political situation is affecting my life negatively in lots of really important ways. It's hard. So I understand. But I also understand that I have to take care of me first. And it doesn't matter what's happening outside. I need to be centered inside. And I can't let that stuff that's happening out there uncenter me. That doesn't mean that I can't speak up and talk about it, but it's not something that I generally do on a platform like any kind of social media, because I don't feel like it's effective. I guess this is a form of social media right now, but I'm not voicing an opinion on it. I'm just saying how it has affected me directly. And right now I'm talking about how I can reframe that in a way where I focus on more positive things that I can change inside of me, and come up with some solutions. So that's it. Nothing I can do. It's hard being sick. You spend a lot of time thinking about yourself, and that sucks. It's a bad place to be. And I've been trying, like I said, to help other people a lot and to get out of myself. And that's helping a ton. But it's still, you sit there and you look at your career, you watch other people going out and doing stuff and that you can't do. And I feel for everybody that has had a real sickness, much worse than pneumonia, that's been down for years or couple years or 5 years or anything. All right, I gotta go. My phone is blowing up. All right, talk to you guys later. Hey, it's Lee Mack. All right, talk to you soon. Another great day. Hey, I'm back. I got 7 minutes to my lesson. Just had a great talk with Lee Mack. I'm going to play a different jazz blues here and see what happens. It's a little slower. So I'm trying the scales on each chord instead of arpeggios. I was trying to play an F7 blues scale, then a B flat 7 blues scale, or an F blues scale, B flat blues scale, and then trying to do that, and then on the sixth chord, I just played an A, or what is it? B, C, D, a D blues scale. Right, but I was missing one note there. Right? I should change that. All right, but I guess I could just play a blues scale there. I don't know. It sounded okay, and then on G minor 7, I just played just a straight natural minor scale. And then on C7, I played a Dorian. Right there. Right. So it was interesting. Right. So that's kind of, I think, what Philippe was talking about. Then you got to mix them together seamlessly. All right. Anyway, geez. So there's some advanced stuff, at least advanced for me. Maybe not for some of you other cats. Benny and S-Mad and all you fancy cats, send me a video of you playing over these same changes, and I will post it on Patreon. Maybe I'll post it right underneath in this section, right? Or maybe we'll start a whole jazz blues challenge, kind of like what Constantine does. All right, thank you guys. Love you so very much. Thank you for all the support. You guys have been keeping me able to eat and function and get better and rest and watch movies and read my little book and my big book too, and do better. And I appreciate it. Patreon, don't make me cry right now. Thank you very, very much for watching. Thank you very, very much for the support. I truly, truly, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate it. And I just wish there was something more I could do. Oh, I'm going to call Adam. We're going to set up the Patreon only Zoom meeting. Okay. It'll be really soon, like within a week or two. All right. Love you. Bye.